What's good, everybody? This is Mr. Composition MC that writes fiction, and this is going to be a reaction video to mediocre tutorials and review, MTR for short, and him leaving the Manosphere. Now, if you're new to the channel, make sure to leave a like, subscribe, with notification bells on. We're on a mission to 1K. I wanted to actually do a reaction to this because, I watch him in general. And, there's so much going on in the quote unquote manosphere, the quote unquote black manosphere. And if you don't know what that is, I would highly suggest, go into MTR for his previous videos as far as what it may be considered. I personally like his stuff because it's a more balanced look on things. This isn't hate women fest. This isn't a crap on dude, fest. None of that. It's just being able to have difficult conversations that need to be had so that way people can better understand each other. When you look at these videos, know that people who are right in their mind know that, of course, what we see on some of these channels and what we see online is not a 100% depiction accurate, way of looking at each other. But it does bring and highlight a lot of people's thought process that may have influence to us, people we're close to. And so I find these videos very, very important. So with mediocre tutorials and reviews, MTR, I just saw this video and I was just like, oh, let me see, what his thoughts are on it and why he feels the need to leave. So let's check it out.
I had a bad day yesterday. I really don't know why. Well, I mean, I guess I can guess why. I didn't sleep well the night before. I think it was a combination of having like a little bit of a cold, and then I also drank too much coffee the day before. But yeah, had a bad day yesterday. Today I feel amazing though. I woke up, drank just a wee bit of coffee, got some water, and I feel like $100,000. But anyway, here's what I wanted to talk to you guys about today. Who is your starting five? Who are the people that you can rely on at a moment's notice if the going gets tough, if your back's up against the wall, if you feel like you got pushed off of a cliff with no grappling hook in your
Do you have those
belt,
five?
so to speak?
I gotta.
Right? Who's your starting five?
Hope so.
Who are those people that you can depend on if you have to make a call at 3:30 in the morning?
There's definitely several.
Who are those people?
For sure.
Have you identified those people? Have you built relationships with them deep enough where they felt they can do the same with you?
I'm working on it.
Or do you live in forever acquaintances?
No.
See, there's some pros and there's some cons regarding
hope not.
Deep connection, deep relationship, building a starting five.
Yeah.
As opposed to living in forever acquaintances.
Yeah.
And let me tell you about a couple of those. I'll start with forever acquaintances. I love forever acquaintances, right? A lot of people want to talk shit just on having fly-by-night type of friends, but having fly-by-night type of friends can be fun. These are the friends that always knows what's happening within the city. They always got the shit that's popping off. Shit, they might even invite you to a trip out the country, you know what I'm saying? Popping bottles, living free. These are the highlight components of life, but you never really talk about life with them.
Yeah.
You never build deep, relationships. You
never
go
sometimes,
beyond
it's, I guess, some people say that when they're interacting with people, it's people stay on the surface, or they're just uh they're not they don't have deep conversations and different things like that. I definitely understand that. I guess for me, more often than not, the type of conversations that I have, or just my natural demeanor, things could get pretty deep, and not on like an uncomfortable level. It's just like certain questions that are posed, and I listen, and challenge people's ideas in a respectful way, or um talk about my experience, or different things like that. I think if you I don't like talking about surface level stuff, so I just naturally by default get to there. It's not that I can't, we could talk about some stuff that I may be aware of, different things like that. But I always find, even with that, there's ways that I just find of being able to, go back to it. But I definitely see what he's saying. There was a part of it on the Kanye West documentary where Kanye was talking with these two, I don't know if there was like realtors or, something like that, but they were talking about, pretty surface level stuff. And Kanye was, getting on some deep stuff. Now, I don't go to that extreme, but I think on the regular, I think stuff like talking about, projects that they may have, talking about, a place that they had went, and, going into like the culture, or there's just certain ways to spin it to where we'll get there. But I see what he's saying now.
Surface level of interaction with them, but they can be fun to be around. But you'll often find that you'll look back on photos and the fly by night friends are not with you as you enter into different stages of life.
Definitely.
I think it's safe for me to say that I have completely entered a different stage of life. I've talked about it on the channel. Not a lot. I've probably mentioned it a couple of times in the sense of, not really banging with my Fridays and Saturday nights anymore. But like I look forward to my mornings, and just working on my purpose, working to optimize things that I see wrong with the channel, and front end, back end, like all of those kind of things. And I feel really accomplished when I'm crossing things off of my checklist. Yeah. The thing is that this type of lifestyle is not the fly-by-night lifestyle, but a large component of my 20s, I did live a fly-by-night lifestyle.
I think I
think
did
every stage of
too.
life
And
has a
then
particular purpose,
well,
but
I
you
was a
can evolve through
performer,
it.
like I was a musician.
Some people never
so,
leave the fly-by-night cycle. To
I
each
think
their
I
own. It's not for me
had
anymore.
more balance.
Anyway, picking a starting five, solidifying who these amazing people within your life. It's very rewarding. However, it can also be very taxing as well. Because if you do not select correctly, or if you let someone into your proverbial inner circle before that they have been properly vetted, these are the people that can bring you down into the abyss as well.
This is not fun.
These are the ones that, when they talk to you, it's more negative than positive.
Yeah.
These are the ones that, make it to a certain stage in life and forego developing. These are the ones that seem to bring you more challenges regarding your decisions as opposed to solutions. Those. But if you do your due diligence to understand, the different personality traits of those that you put within your starting five, then those can be the most rewarding experiences.
Yeah.
I've also said this on the channel as well, is that when I consider joy and happiness, I really think that the human condition considers the amount of people within your life that you love and can honestly say that love you back. Deep quality relationships.
Yeah.
I'd rather have 5 people of deep quality relationships than 100 acquaintances. Here's the reason why I bring all this up in the context of me having a bad day yesterday. Just keep this in mind as you are creating friendships throughout your life is that when everything is going good, it's high time for your acquaintances. But when things are not so good,
where they at?
The acquaintances will slowly shift to the back. And the times that are not so good are really the times that define you as a human being. But guess what? When times are bad, your starting five are the ones that will help push you through.
Yeah.
I was looking for a way to make some extra money. I saw this video of a guy talking about how much money he made on DoorDash. So I think
Okay, I get it. In the context of why he's leaving the Manosphere, you know, he would rather have quality relationships than, like, you know, these acquaintances. And I definitely understand that in the music world, as far as being a musician in my 20s, a rapper in my 20s, as far as perform, still a rapper now, but I'm saying, like, as far as, you know, I was actually coming to this, I was just talking about this yesterday actually, and, you know, it's just, I look at people I was rocking with, you know, that I felt were deep, meaningful relationships or quality relationships. But over time, whether it be on my end or, you know, on their end, whatever it was, it just didn't continue to nurture outside of, you know, what was beneficial for each other, you know. And there are people in my life that no matter what, you know, they're just there at every stage of life. And, you know, those are quality relationships. So, you know, that's why I think being under certain, you know, being under certain labels and different things like that, it puts you in association with, which can be good. But then when you're, sometimes people are coming through to different segments on their journey, while some people stay in segments because that's all that they're wanting to do, which is nothing wrong with that. There are some people that come through, do what they need to do, and they're on to other things. As far as with them, you know, you can tell by MTR's name that he started off way different to what, you know, he's doing right now, you know. But honestly, I would still consider these tutorials. You know. But what is y'all's thoughts on the Manosphere, the Black Manosphere, you know, all the red pill, blue pill, black pill, purple pill, blue with yellow, purple pills, you know. But yeah, let me know. Anyways, guys, Miscomposition MC that writes fiction. Make sure to hit that like, subscribe, notification bell so you don't miss when I drop a video, and it helps out with the algorithm. Anyways, guys, peace.
Being ready for the return to fall. Maybe I should be asleep, but these full moon vibes got me in the deep. Emotional roller coaster strapped in my seat, ready for a trip to find what I seek. Passing through the galaxy into my office, translating thoughts into deep science. Got the sun in my pocket, building resilience. So when the next winter cycle comes, I prepare with no losses. The work of the soloist's a boss. At the heart of my winter, there's an invincible summer.